How you doing, everyone? Welcome back. Just to follow up on my my earlier Shiba Inu video, I thought I'd just bring back a chart that I had historically, just to show you where this thing could go and what to look for next in terms of support and resistance. So I've fibbed from the low to the all-time high, and just ignore this Fibonacci chart that's in the middle for the time being. But I just wanted to, because that's going to be more for the end of the video of where this thing can end up going if it does break its all-time high. But in essence, this thing went on a monumental run. Started off on the 4th of October, well, 27th September really, and then really started to fly. But just so you're aware, this is the weekly chart for SHIB, just so I can capture all of the price action of what we've done and where we've been. I previously was a holder of SHIB, and yeah, so I am one of the ShibArmy, just in case you're wondering. But I am no longer in on this token, although it does appear that I've missed a really significant entry point, so maybe I should have kept a better eye on it. But essentially what SHIB's done from the move is had a lovely little sell-off, which brought us back sub the 786. I've always said if we go below 2-3, this thing's probably chalked, and we did, and we went back considerably lower for 2 weeks straight into the third week. But where we were, in essence, was we bottomed out at the early significant support zones that we had before this thing really tailed off back, made its all-time low, and then from there it started to fly. So I think once we'd lost the 786, this area at 1842 circa was an area of interest to keep an eye on, to see if we'd fallen below. And I think once we hadn't, that probably could have been a good price entry point. So this isn't one that I've been covering on a regular basis. If I had been, I probably would have been able to give you those signals. But again, congratulations to everyone who is in on SHIB at the moment. Does look like it is gonna have a nice run. If I'm being brutally honest, I'm quite bullish on this token. Yeah, so let's just jump to the hourly and have a look and see what's been going on. And as you can see, for 3 hours straight we had a really good run, and we've kind of hit a wall, and we're going to have a few walls coming up that we need to break above, and I've highlighted these in red. So I don't know if you want to take some screenshots, because I'm not going to be putting regular videos out on SHIB, but I'll take the volume away just for the interest of the video. So we've got significant resistance where we currently are at 2800. Then our next resistance will be 3049, and then 3290, and then we've got significant resistance on Fibonacci at 3700. Beyond there, pretty clear running until we get to 4412, and then circa 47, and then 5314, and then the next Fibonacci will be at 5680. Now that will probably be enough for the next couple of days. If this thing's going to go, you can set your price targets of how, where you want to extract some profit, which I'd always recommend. But beyond there, and just to say, guys, where we are currently at 2.7, I mean, where I've just gone to is a 2x from where we are. So coming up to 5.3 would be a 2x from where we are. But yeah, then we've got some pretty clean daylight until our next resistance zone at 6697, and then the Fibonacci comes up at 69, and then after that 7.4. So the jumps get pretty big. This is somewhere that I think we're gonna struggle when we get to the imaginary trend line between the Fibonacci at circa the 8.1. I think that wherever we hit that, we're going to struggle and hang around for a while, probably have a sell-off back to a significant support zone. yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good, and I don't normally go this high for expectations on where something could go, but I will just show you that on the bigger picture. So obviously with the Fibonacci, you have the retracement of how low something can go, but you also get the opposite on how high something can go. So I have actually charted, I think, a realistic from the recent low that we put in to the all-time high. I think that we do have, if this thing really captures and takes off like it has done before, I think that you could put a realistic price target in of circa dropping a naught and 24576. Anywhere around there would be fair, because we haven't got any stats at all that show us where we're going to find resistances other than the Fibonacci moving upwards. And as I think that, I mean, this is the very top of where it could get to, I'd say that this is a realistic price point for a blow off top. And I'd say if you just set before, like just slightly before there, and I'm going with 24655 as the price target, and I'll just mark that green. I think that is a very, I'm not going to say it's going to get there. It'd be amazing if it did, but I'd say that if you're going to, realistically, if you're in this for the long run of where SHIB could end up, I mean, I'm talking, this could be 6 months down the line, I think that would be a fair target to set. And from where we are, that's just shy of an 8x. It can go higher, obviously. The next Fibonacci above that is a 9x. So I just think that when we get to these sort of figures again, with the sort of money that's going to be coming into SHIB, if it blows and we surpass the all-time high that we've previously seen, I think that this is sort of like your fair future price prediction of where to set your targets to. And I'd say, yeah, a good 7-8x from where we are. Whether that be 6 months down the line or not would be a fair estimation. I'm not going to be in on SHIB, if I'm being brutally honest. I think if this thing took off now, I think that 1600 would be a fair place to set some stop losses at. But yeah, that's let's just have a look at this on the profit, where this thing came from and went to. So yeah, it gave us a 10x. You know, could it give us a 10x again? More than likely. ShibArmy, there's no stopping once they get going, is there? So yeah, to set it at the 1600 would be a 6.5x. I think that's a very fair guesstimate. That's probably where I'd be looking to pull out any holdings if I had any, and then beyond there, all of that would be hopium, to be fair. So what I would say is, if you just set your, if you're in, you set your price targets for the long term, maybe pull out 60% of your holdings at this sort of area, and then that shouldn't be any more than your original investment. Just letting it run and see where it goes. Alright, best of luck. As you can see, we have got some really significant really significant price areas to get through in the short term, and I think once you get up to about 4.4, you should start to fly. But I think you're gonna have some resistance between where you are now, sitting just below 2.8. Once you get above 3.3, this thing should start to really moon.